former NAB executive is slammed over peak boomer advice for building wealth as everyday Aussies battle a housing crisis. The long-serving former chief economist of one of Australia's big four banks has come under fire for comments widely criticized as tone-deaf and out of touch. I mean, he is a boomer, so what do you expect? Alan Oster, who retired in March after 32 years with the NAB, shared his views on building wealth in a recent interview with the Australian Financial Review. His advice: invest in property and wait. Okay. Buy a good property and hold it is basically the bottom line. He told the publication, we've still got some property down in Portsea. We tend to not sell under normally around 15 to 20 years. Hey, so young people that have maybe just moved out of your parents' houses, you're working some minimum wage job, struggling to survive. Why don't you cash out part of your trust fund and just buy some property? How about you just stop being poor? That's basically the advice. Just stop being poor. If only you weren't poor, you'd already have the money you need to make money. Fucking losers. It's that simple. Literally just stop being so fucking poor. But his comments sparked immediate backlash. This is funny because Oster thinks this is helpful advice, but it's effectively a Paris Hilton singing a singlet saying, don't be poor. No, that's absolutely true. This is exactly what it is. Like this reminds me of like when I was in school, when even I was a wee little crotch fruit at one point. And then like they brought in some fucking rich guy to talk to us about well, similar stuff to this. And he was telling the story about how his kid made a cookie baking business and makes like $70,000 a year after his like second year. And even back then, I'm like, well, no shit, because he had all of your money to start that business with, for one. And for two, all of your friends, all of your rich friends to support him. Not exactly the same situation as like some random kid living in a poor neighborhood. Yeah, same basic advice though. Just have rich parents. Don't be poor. You want to afford a house? Don't be poor. Di Stefano jokingly referenced the infamous doctored image of Paris Hilton where her shirt was edited to read "Stop being poor" and subsequently went viral. Her shirt actually read "Stop being desperate." Well, this is actually good advice, because if you're desperate, whoever you're dealing with can tell. And they'll either be disgusted by you being desperate, or they're gonna take advantage of you. If someone knows you're desperate, yeah, they're gonna take advantage, 100%. The Economist's remarks follow the reported sale of his 5-bedroom house in Melbourne's affluent suburb of Brighton. The property is said to have fetched around $5.5 million, reportedly roughly double its current year minus 13 purchase price. Oster told news.com.au the reported figure was inaccurate, though he did not provide an alternative price. Either it was so good he doesn't want to reveal it, or it was so bad it would be embarrassing. According to Real Estate, the current median price in Brighton is just over $3 million. Oh, that's Australian dollars, though. That should be affordable, right? Alex Joyner, chief economist at IFM Investors, describes Oster's remarks as a misstep, saying they highlighted a disconnect from reality for first-time home buyers. Yeah, and for the record, I don't think the guy was trying to be malicious when he said it. He was giving advice from his perspective. Like, oh yeah, if I wanted to build more wealth, I'd just buy another house. Like, yeah, but what about people that are starting from nothing? Oh, well, just stop being poor. You're all millionaires down here. Oh, so Australia is just like Zimbabwe? I'm quite sure Zimbabwe is like the world capital for trillionaires. And yet, for whatever reason, it must be because of how racist the West is. We don't talk about all the trillionaires living in Zimbabwe. Yeah, start a farm, people starting to buy a home won't like to be told by a Brighton resident how to get a home. Well, no, he didn't even tell them how to get a home. He just told them to get a home. Well, how should we? Well, when I was your age walking to school uphill in the snow both ways, I had to figure it out myself, so you should too. Oh, okay, that's nice. Now, he added that Oster has benefited from structurally lower interest rates, financial deregulation, multiple enormous property booms, and discounted rates and fees from his employer. All true. Cameron Kusher, director of economic research at Real Estate Straya, also criticized the piece, saying it wasn't a great read. Why do you think they published that? Like, do you think that the people that decided to publish it knew exactly what the response would be, and they did it for clickbait or intentionally to damage the guy's reputation? Yeah, this is one of those things. Like, if I was interviewing someone who I was friendly with and they said something like this, I'd at least give them an opportunity to rephrase it. Like, yeah, dude, the way you said that doesn't come off really well. You want to try that again? So obviously, they don't think too highly of this guy either. And most people could only dream of owning a Brighton home. Most buy at much lower prices in much worse locations. The prices haven't risen like they have in Brighton. I hear you could get a house for $1 in Detroit. So other readers were less forgiving. It's an indictment on this country when the long-serving chief economist of a major bank is reduced to recommending buying luxury property rather than offering any critical analysis, one wrote. Nah, he's only doing what he understands. Thank goodness there's no housing crisis in Straya and properties are generally affordable. This article would be pure, tumbril remark. Peak boomer, someone else simply replied. This guy's dead on. This kind of is peak boomer, isn't it? Man, you cannot make this up. The comments come just weeks after the Global Housing Study ranked 5 major Australian cities among the 20 least affordable in the world. Sydney was ranked the second most unaffordable city globally, only behind Hong Kong. Adelaide came in 6th, Melbourne 9th, Brisbane 11th, and Perth 18th. Sydney, Adelaide, Melbourne, and Brisbane were rated impossibly unaffordable, while Perth was classified as severely unaffordable. So basically, in these cities, unless you're already rich, don't even bother moving there. And if you happen to be there, try to leave. So what do you guys think of that boomer advice? Are you going to listen and just go out and buy yourself an expensive home now?